Alright, so there's another Honda 400 EX for sale. I know I've got some issues. I might have an addiction. I don't know. But I can't resist them. So, especially when they're broken, I don't know. There's something about them. I like to fix stuff that's broken for some reason. It's just satisfying fixing stuff. But anyway, enough rambling. This is a 2001 Honda 400 EX. So if I did get this one, little side note, I would have a 1999, a 2000, and a 2001. Anyway, bought as a project, does not run, but has pretty much all new wiring, just no power. She needs a lot of love. I just don't have the time to mess with it right now. If it's posted, it's available. And I contacted the guy. He's got it for probably way too much, 1,400 bucks. But we're gonna see if we can get him down a little bit. He said it's just electrical. He said that he can jump the solenoid and it turns over but doesn't run. So I'm guessing there's no spark, and it probably could be due to the neutral switch, maybe, possibly. But we will see. We're gonna go there, check it out. It's right in Neenah, so it's not very far away. But this would be my third Honda 400 EX, and we'd have all three, which would be pretty fun. So let's go check it out, see what it is. Maybe it's an easy fix, maybe not. But he said he bought a new rectifier, he bought a new CDI, a new wiring harness, and I think a stator for it. So it should be interesting. We'll go check it out, and maybe it will be in the back of the truck. Who knows? But we're gonna check for the usual, wheel bearings, air filter, tie rods, bent tie rods. I mean, looking through the pictures, it looks pretty good. There's an aftermarket exhaust on there. I don't know if that's a good one or not, but it looks like the tires are pretty decent. Seats kind of crapola on it. Otherwise, it looks like it's all there. So we'll go check it out, see what happens. Alright guys, we're about 4 minutes away right now. Hopefully this quad is decent and hopefully goes down in price. If not, I'm probably just gonna leave it there. And yeah, that'll be the end of this video. But I think we'll probably make out a deal. And yeah, that's what I'm hoping at least. But I'm gonna try to diagnose the problem when I'm there, see if I can get it to run. If it runs, I'm definitely gonna take it because that's a running four-wheeler. 400 EX for a pretty decent price, so we'll see if we can get it down to like $1,000 or something. Stay tuned, should be in the truck in no time. Alright guys, made it back to my house. We got the quad sitting back there. I got it for a lot cheaper than what I thought it was going to be, but that's because it was a lot rougher than I thought it was going to be. So there's a lot of parts missing on this thing. It's hard to see, you guys barely can't see it. See if I can get my phone light out. But it's pretty rough. There's plastics missing. The brakes don't work. Yeah, you guys can't really see it, but it's back there. It's got a couple aftermarket parts on it. The back tires are new. It needs front tires really badly. Seat cover's ripped. While we were there, we got the electric start to work. Just a couple wires were off, so I helped him with that. But yeah, it's definitely a project. We'll look at it in the morning when it's not raining out and when it's brighter out. It's like 7:42 right now, so a little bit of a late pickup, but we'll take a look at it in the morning and go from there. So stay tuned, guys. Should be a very fun project. Here's the quad. This is it. It's a little rough around the edges, but I think she's going to be a solid runner. The motor looks like to be all original except for the starter, I think. It looks like that's the original cylinder on there because it's got the OEM cam chain tensioner on there, so that's good. So when I first bought this thing, the ignition didn't work, so when you turn it on and you push the start button, it wouldn't do anything. But I figured it out. These wires, they had messed up. They had put the pink on the red, and then this one was going to the red and yellow right here, and it's supposed to be going to this one. So I could see how they messed that up. It's really easy, but it looks like it's got the same solenoid that I just bought for my other one, 1PZ solenoid, all brand new wiring harness, new coil, and new CDI. So put quite a bit of money just into the wiring harness and the solenoid and stuff like that, so that's good. Plastics on it are just completely junk on this thing. I believe these almost look like 300 plastics, if I'm not mistaken. Not too sure, but seat cover's just trash. Back tires aren't too bad on it. Actually pretty good. It's got some Pivot Works bearing and seal kit in here. Newer chain and sprocket, it looks like. O-ring chain. You can see, let's check out the front sprocket here. Yeah, front sprocket looks new. Isn't rounded off or anything, so that's good. Shocks on it don't look too bad. Original shocks on it. Looks like a DG front bumper that's been welded a couple times. What else? Battery is good. It's got a Lex exhaust on it, muffler. I looked these up. These are about $200 something, so they're pretty expensive for the aftermarket attachment there. Looks like the stock header pipes, and it's got the heat guard as well. Missing a couple bolts by the back brake master cylinder, it looks like. It's kind of just flopping in the wind. What else? Oh yeah, it's missing the little cap up here for the front brake. I don't want to push that. I left it overnight in the rain, and that's why it's so crappy, but missing the grips up there. And what else? It's got the headlight on it. The bug-eyed headlight. Plastics are pretty much junk in the front. Front tires are dry rotted, but it looks like original rims on there. Yeah, it's definitely a big project. Let's check out the carburetor, see if that's original. It doesn't look like there's an air filter on it at all either. Is that carburetor original? Keihin carb, I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, so it definitely needs a lot of work. It's got the throttle, the thumb throttle. That's nice, actually. So, yeah. And then we've got a couple parts in this box right here. And it looks like that's pretty much it. I'm looking at the motor right now, seeing if anything is wrong with it. Probably should have checked it out a little bit more when I was there, but bought this thing for $650, so you really can't complain too much. Just checking out everything. Alright. And yeah, this thing doesn't run right now, so it'll be fun to try to get it to run. I'm guessing it doesn't have spark, is my guess. Looks like new valve caps on the motor, new bolts. So somebody, I think, did a rebuild on this thing. New clutch gasket. Is there a new head gasket on here? Hard to tell. Oil lines are all there, hooked up. So that was working. They said the previous owner was able to pop it over a couple times, but that's where he left off. So I'm thinking it's either no spark or the timing's off when the guy rebuilt it, which I think he rebuilt it because it came with an aftermarket yellow filter, and they only sell those with the aftermarket eBay kits, the really cheap eBay kits. So I'm not sure if he bought a whole new cylinder for it and piston, or just the piston and put that in there. So it'll be fun to tear apart. We'll get it off the truck and start digging into it. I think the first thing we're going to do is check for spark. Now that the ignition works, you can see I just tied the neutral wires together. That's usually the cause of the button not working, but when you turn it to on, it now cranks over. So we'll check for spark, get the spark plug out of there. Could be fouled. And make sure it's getting gas, and we'll try to start this thing up. If it doesn't fire up, we're probably going to take it down to the valves and check the timing. So stay tuned. Should be a fun little project. Alright, in the box we've got the other plastics, which I didn't even know they came with this, so that's good. I thought I was going to have to buy all these plastics, so at least we've got some. We've got the gas tank cover and the side plastics, which are in actually really good condition. So this is the little filter that it came with, and I'm guessing there was an aftermarket kit put on it because this filter only comes with the eBay kits, like I said before. Oh, little gas tank things. These go right here. I was wondering where those things went. I like those things. I'm missing those on my other quad. Then old CDI. There's the old coil and all that stuff. Little rubber piece. Gasket kit. Looks like a top end and bottom end. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, this is bottom end gasket for sure. Let's see here. Top end, top end, top end. Is there a clutch side gasket in here? Aha, what's this one? This one looks like the motor. Yep. That's the case half gasket. If we ever have to split the case, we've got the gasket set. And then a brand new bolt kit, which is pretty dang sweet. I was just running out of bolts. Oh, valve seals too. Sweet. Awesome. Alright. Plastic grommets to hold the plastics on. Cool. Bunch of these guys. Bunch of 10 mil. 8 mil. Bunch of bolts. Wow, that's pretty sweet. That'll come in handy. Cool, lots of good stuff. And then the old wiring harness. It looks like a neutral switch as well. Oh yeah, awesome. This is for the neutral switch. So this goes down here and attaches to there. And this goes somewhere. I think right to there. Yeah. Perfect. Cool. Cool. Lots of good stuff. Alright, let's get this quad off the truck. Using this janky ramp. It's probably like the last time I'm going to use this ramp. Breaks every time I do it. Alright, here we go. Yeah, check that ramp out. I think it's time for a new one. But got it off the truck safely. Little walk around here. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Doesn't have any Nerf bars on it, so we're gonna have to get some new ones of those, but I think we can clean it up and make it look really nice. Gonna be fun. Definitely gonna need some new bars on it too. These are super crappy. Like bicycle bars. Check that out. Huh, interesting sticker. Alright, first thing we're gonna do, take up the gas tank, get to the spark plug, and see if we're getting spark. I'll show you guys the cranks over right now, but let's see here. So at least it cranks over pretty good. So it doesn't seem like the valves are getting stuck or anything, and everything's working. The starter's working, solenoid is working, and it's definitely turning over the motor. So that's step one. Next step, we're gonna check for spark. Tear this thing down and give a spark plug. Alright, you can see no air filter in there. We'll have to put that crappy yellow one on there for now. But yeah, just take the gas tank off. There's a heat guard underneath the gas tank, that'll come off. And then we'll have access to the spark plug. Let's see if these front plastics can come off too. Sick of looking at those. Alright, front plastics off. Let's see what's underneath here. Here's the new CDI. Brand new wiring harness. Some of these connections are pretty iffy. We're gonna have to redo some of it, but here's the ignition right here. That can get wired up to up here. Lights. Where are the other lights at? So there's one light switch. Okay. Follow this down to the new coil. Yeah, everything looks like it's there. Wiring harness is really nice. This has to be rerouted to over here. Need some zip ties on here. Let's see if there's a cap for that in here. Maybe there is one. I didn't see one when I was looking, but it does not look like it. Oh, there's the old solenoid. There. Yeah, no cap, so. Alright. It's starting to rain, so let's get the gas tank off. Check for spark. Alright, gas tank off. There's this little heat guard over it. Oh, doesn't look like there's any bolts. That should just pop right off of here. Let's see. Yep. Alright, now we've got access to the spark plug. You can see it's down there. Kind of a weird fitting on these spark plugs. So hopefully we can get to it. But everything else looks pretty good. Little breather lines. Oh, that one's cut right there. We're gonna have to get that fixed as well. Choke works, yep. Oh, the little cover on the carburetor's off over here. That protects that. Probably needs a carb clean. Alright, let's get the spark plug out, see if we've got spark. Alright, let's get the spark plug out. This one takes a weird spark plug remover. It's like 18 millimeter is the only thing that works for that. Alright, we got the spark plug out. Let's see if we've got some spark here. Moment of truth as it's raining. Alright, let's see. No spark. No spark on that thing, which is good. That gives us hope. So now we just have to find why it doesn't have spark. So what we're gonna do is check to see if we're getting voltage to the starter, and if the starter is getting voltage to the coil here. And then we're going to trace it to the stator. It also could be this switch down here that's causing problems. So we'll check all this stuff out, and hopefully we can get some spark. Alright guys, we're running into a little problem. We're getting 12 volts to the battery, but now it just clicks like that, the solenoid does. I switched out the solenoid with a good one, still clicks. Changed the starter with a good one, still clicks. So I'm really stumped right now. I'm not really sure. Checked the ground, added another ground. So now we have 2 grounds to the frame, and still nothing. So I don't know what the heck's going on. Crazy. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. So we're just trying to figure that out, and then we can't even look for spark because I can't turn over. So, all right, after about 2 hours of trying to find this problem, finally solved it. This positive wire right here was not connecting all the way all the time. So it would sometimes work, sometimes not. So it would still click, and you'd still get voltage to the starter, but the connection was bad. So I have no idea why that worked. It cleaned up the connection, started right up. So I don't really get that. But anyway, we tried to follow the spark now that the starter works, and followed it down to the stator here. And you can see there's a big chunk of it out over there. And I found this inside there. So that was getting twisted up in there. And we're getting no power from the stator. So what we're gonna do is quick swap my other one in here, see if that works, see if we get spark. And then I know it's the stator. Alright guys, hooked up the new stator. Check this out, getting spark now. So we got spark, so it was the stator all along. We're gonna have to order a new stator for it. You can see that one's just really chipped up, not good at all. So, yeah, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys need motorcycle, ATV, or scooter parts, check out lap2.com. We've got a lot of work to do on this thing yet. First step is gonna be ordering that new stator, and then I'm thinking it's gonna fire up. It's got compression, so it should be pretty good. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned in this quad. While we're working on rebuilding this quad, we could focus on this one. And then right when we get the parts, we'll put it all back together and get this quad squared away. And then start working on this one. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Till next time, we are out.